scientific study of Vedas, creation of universe, starting from BRAHMAM, class 66. Today we are going through three rivers or three daughters of Himavana, that is Uma, Kutila and Ragini. These are related with the atom, and atom is, as per Veda, it is Rudra. So everything in this universe is created from Rudra or atom. In this atom there are different orbits, several orbits. These orbits can be divided into three. One is the outermost orbit, that is responsible for creation of this orbit. The electron in this outermost orbit is responsible for creation of this universe. It is taking part in all the reactions that take place in this universe. So this orbit is the important orbit which take part in a chemical reaction. So that electron, the electron in the outermost orbit is named as Uma. In certain Purana stories it may be Parvati or it may be Sati or like that. Depend on the nature of which combinations are taking place with the other atoms. Now, next to the outermost orbit, there are several orbits. This is the outermost orbit is Uma, and next to the inner outermost orbit, next to the outermost orbit, that is in the inner side, that is near to the approaching the nucleus. That orbit is called Kutila. As per the Purana story, there is a Purana story in Brahmana Purana, and in this, the second orbit is called Kutila. In certain actions, this electron in this second orbit also will be taking part in certain reaction. In that case, electron from this orbit jumps to the outermost orbit and take part in this. That is the mostly in electronics and such things. So that orbit also possesses some quality, but actually outermost orbits are taking part, but this electron from this orbit can jump to the other outermost orbit and they can take part in the certain reactions. So that orbit is called Kutila. So, and all the orbits inside it is called Ragini. Those electrons are stable. They cannot easily jump from. They can jump from inner orbit to outermost orbit or reverse, vice versa. But to reach the outermost orbit, there is some much energy is required to remove it, because the force of attraction between the nucleus is great. So these orbits can be divided into three. Thus, in the inner side, near to the nucleus, that is called Ragini, and the outermost is called Uma, and next to the outermost in the inner side is called Kutila. these three orbits and this electron possess certain qualities, different types of qualities. Again, these orbits are taken as energy levels. This energy is flowing in this orbit, due to which the electron is flowing through these orbits. So it can be treated as a river. So there are different types of rivers. One is the river that is flowing through the Himalaya or such mountains. In the case of atom, there is another type of rivers, that is these orbits. So it is classified into three: Uma, Kutila and Ragini. Now, as per this Vamana Purana story, these atoms are to be combined with other things to form new things. That things are classified into two: ionic compounds and covalent compounds. And the most developed covalent compound is Kartikeya. That is organic substances, and in its this human genetic and structure is the most advanced. So Kartikeya is related with that one. So there was an Asura at that time that is called Tarakasura. So to kill Tarakasura, Kartikeya is to be born. There is some science behind it that we can see in the next class. So to destroy this Asura, Tarakasura, it is only possible through the son Kartikeya. So Vasukal sent Kutila towards Shiva, Brahma. Brahma is selecting the person, lady who is suitable for Shiva to born Kartikeya. So this Vasukal first sent this Kutila. Kutila is the orbit near to the outermost orbit. So it cannot actually take part in a chemical reaction to form Kartikeya, because these electrons cannot join with others. They can jump from inner orbit to outermost orbit, then only they can take part in the chemical reaction. So for combining with other atom and to form genetic substances like human beings, that is Kartikeya, the most advanced structure, genetic structure, that is Kartikeya. Kutila is not suitable. So Brahma rejected that proposal. So she was very angry and he reacted in such a way towards Brahma. So Brahma gave the curse to become a river. That is, in the atom there is a type of river that is near to the outermost orbit, that is flowing around this nucleus in the form of river. That river is called the Kutila. Then this Vasukal sent a Ragini before Brahma. Brahma rejected that case also, because this is the innermost orbit, very near to the nuclear. They cannot take place in the reaction to form Kartikeya. So that proposal was also rejected. She was also very angry and behaved in such a way. So Brahma will give the curse to become river. So that also is flowing in the form of river that orbits. Now the remaining is Uma, the outermost orbit. So Vasukal then sent this Uma towards Brahma. Brahma found that this lady is very suitable because she was very calm with extraordinary qualities like shiny. She is shiny because these electrons are flowing outwards in the form of electricity, and it will give heat, light, everything like that. So Brahma was selected this Uma, that is the outermost orbit, the electron in the outermost orbit. And as the wife of Shiva or Rudra. So thereafter they sends this Uma towards Rudra, that we have already seen. In that story there are in stories it is given in two names, Uma, Parvati, or like that. Here this is another story to explain the three types of orbits. That is why another name is given, that is all. Actually Uma, Parvati are the same. Thereafter Shiva marries Uma or Parvati, and from this Kartikeya was born. That we can see in the next class.